Peace and love. How are you? It's been a while. I thought I would come on here and do a divine feminine reading. I hope you've been well. I'm going to light a little amber incense here just to change the mood up. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, angels, for your protection, for your healing, for your wisdom, knowledge, strength, the strength that I've needed these last few months. I give thanks for resilience. I give thanks for courage. And I just give thanks for life. And I'm thankful that I'm here to be here with you for one more moment in time where we can share this together and do a reading and connect with spirit to see where we are on the divine feminine journey, working towards our true selves, working towards ascension, working towards aligning. My ancestors have been with me throughout the nights, and they've kind of given me the message that I needed to get back on here. And so, even though I don't have a lot of viewers, I've been told that I still need to be here and I still need to deliver the messages. They're very adamant about it, and they're very powerful, and I have nothing but honor and respect for them. So, it is with them in mind that I continue to come here. It is with them in mind that I continue to share the messages of the Most High, share the messages of healing, share the messages of love. And this is important to me. This is my calling. But sometimes when my life gets hectic, I step away for a bit because I always want the messages to be true. Sometimes I have to go to my spirit guides. Sometimes I have to go to the Most High and just say, where am I? What do you want from me? I have to take a step back. And that's natural because I always want to be real when I come here. Before you, I want to be real. Even though, like I told you before, I'm always healing. I'm here because I'm healing. We're sharing this journey together because we're both healing. And so, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to hide from. But I always want to be at my highest vibration when I join you. Go ahead and get the timer going. Let's get some energy going. Get some cards on the table. Thank you, Spirit. I honor you. I always want to keep you in the forefront, in the highest part of my days as I move forward. Let us move forward together. Let us move in honesty and truth always. Thank you, ancestors, for where you've been and where you continue to go in spirit. Thank you for your dreams and your messages. Thank you, Mom, grandmother, great-grandmother, grandfather, great-grandfather, who's been with me recently. I give thanks for your energy and your healing. I give thanks for your presence. Thank you, Most High, for the gift of life. Spirit, where are we here on this divine feminine journey as we work towards alignment and as we work towards ascension? Thank you, Spirit. And we have on the bottom of the deck, Long Bubby Susie. And underneath there we have shame. So we are told to come out of feeling shameful about our bodies. And she's holding her breast. Feeling shameful about our bodies. Feeling shameful about our past. Feeling shameful about our ancestry, feeling shameful about our lineage, which is the same thing, our family, trauma in the family, feeling shameful about being a woman, not understanding what it is to truly be a woman, learning to love ourselves fully. And then underneath we have Gang Gang Sarah with resistance. Spirit, where are we on this divine feminine journey as we move towards healing, healing our hearts, healing our minds, healing our bodies? I want to jump out tonight. I have a lot to say. The cards do. The ancestors do. The spirits do. Healing our bodies. Moving with power on our journeys. Moving with strength. Thank you, Spirit. Nature. And sorry about the ring light. It gets a little bit darker in here. So we have commitment. Nana Buluku. Or Nana Buluku. And then we have Garnet here with commitment. The heart and the sacral chakras. Spirit has said that you've made a commitment, and it's similar to me. It's when you receive a calling to do specific type of work, that you honor that work, whatever that work may be for you, whatever industry you're in, whatever field you're in, whatever spiritual beliefs you may have. Spirit has put something in your mind. Spirit has put something in your heart, and your ancestors have. And they said when you've come here, when you first were born, when you first arrived on this planet, you came here with a purpose. You came here with a specific gift, and you came here with a calling to not only help yourselves and help those around you, but also to help the spirit realm, because that's what we're here to do, right? And so Spirit is saying this is a season, because that's what she's talking about. She's talking about seasons of change with the body, seasons of change with the mind, being young, having children, becoming older, and honoring all parts of ourselves in those moments. Being respectful of ourselves as we go through those changes, honoring those changes as we go through them, and realizing that we might have to make changes in how we move forward, and that the calling might shift and might change. But Spirit is saying that we still remain committed to what we came here to do. We're committed to healing ourselves, healing our bodies, healing our hearts. We're committed to walking in strength and power here with this garnet, this red stone. We're committed to allowing our passions to be displayed on the inside as well as the outside. We walk passionately. We walk without fear. Our ancestors would have us walk without fear because they had to walk, quietly a lot of times, and they couldn't show their power a lot of times, right? And so their power had to be hidden. But we're in a position now where we can shift that energy for them, right? And we can call on them because we're calling on them because we know that they have that power. They had that power when they walked here on this earth, even if it was hidden, and they definitely have it in the spirit realm, right? And so our ancestors would say that we're privileged in that way, that we've been granted this particular moment to show our power, especially as women, right? Women are very, very powerful. And it's this notion or this idea that we're docile, or that we don't need to say anything, or that we remain behind the scenes, or that men have the strength. And people are getting into that type of stuff now where we're thinking about gender. But truly and honestly, being a woman is extremely powerful, because you, not just about giving birth to life, giving birth to creativity, it's about being in connection with the earth, being in connection with the moon, with the sun, being in connection with nature, being able to listen quietly to the Most High and to our angels. It's being hard and soft at the same time. It's a spiritual power that you have to master, right? You know when to be hard, you know when to be soft. Because truly and honestly, we all are here to pull on the masculine and feminine energy, right? And when you're a woman and you're walking in your power, you can be masculine and feminine at the same time on when you need to be, right? So we're not afraid to be women. We're not afraid to be the women that we know we're supposed to be. We're not trying to be women that society wants us to be, and that's the problem. And we talk about that a lot with the readings. And our ancestors would like us to know that we're not from here, right? We're not from here. We're not going to walk the same walk. We're not going to talk the same talk. We're not going to look the same. You know, recently we had the situation with Jada, you know, and people with short hair or black women feeling a certain way or feeling like we're not looked at a certain way. So what? It's not. We're done with that, right? Spirit is like we're done with that, right? Because we know we're beautiful in any way. In any way, we walk with pride and we walk with power. We honor our bodies in all seasons, right? We honor our minds in all seasons, right? We honor our growth in every season. We walk with strength and power in every season. We give thanks for what we have in every season. Sometimes you have a season of plenty and sometimes you have a season of nothing, right? And then we give thanks. We give thanks for that because our ancestors knew how to work with those seasons of having pretty much minimal resources, right? And so we want to pull on the true abundant resources, which is that power that comes from within, being able to manipulate energy, being able to manipulate time, being able to manipulate our environments by how we walk in them with that true power, with that true abundance that can't be given to you in a paycheck. It can't be given to you from this person or that person. It will not be given. It will only be given from the inside and from the heart, right? And it only comes when we're honoring ourselves. We honor ourselves by honoring our ancestors. They are telling us that we need to start focusing in on our connections with them. Aizan, miracles. And that's what's going on here. And we have the jade, which is good luck, and that's the heart chakra. We're in a period now where we don't believe in miracles. We don't believe in miracles. We don't believe that beautiful things can happen. We don't remember that we're beautiful. We don't remember that we're magical. We don't believe that we can have spirit communications. We don't believe that we can talk with angels. We don't believe that we can have direct communication with the Most High. We don't believe that we can walk and talk and put our hands in the river and make communications and make waves and send energy along the river. We don't believe that we can go to the sea. We don't believe that we can talk to the birds, right? But these are the miracles. These are the miracles. This is where the luck lies. The luck lies in accessing the magic that comes from the power of the human body and the human mind, the heart. That heart, which we think about the heart as an organ, but the heart for me is like an energetic space. It's right here. It's an energetic space that it transmits energy in waves and frequency. It transmutes negativity in sadness and pain. It is the gateway to communication, to the spirit realm, which we talk about all the time. But the miracle is in the belief that you are beyond anything that you can see or imagine on this planet, right? If they talk about aliens, if they talk about stars, if they talk about planets, if they talk about all these magical things that we can't tangibly see, but we know are there, we see the stars. We have to believe that we come from something great, and we have to believe that we are powerful. Because we're energetic beings. And what can we do if we believed in the power? What can we do if we believe in the power of the ones that came before us? Because that's the problem too, especially in the societies that we live in, where we've been told that our ancestors, this idea that we feel sorry for them and that we look at them with shame. We're talking about that shame here with Long Bubby Susie. We look at them with shame, or we're ashamed to stand tall in who we are. We become ashamed of our skin tone. We become ashamed of our haircuts. We become ashamed of our breasts and our body types and how we look. We want to be this certain way. We want to get this done. We want to get that done, right? So the magic comes in believing that they were powerful, the ones that came before us, rewriting the narrative of what we might find in the books in society where, these people were docile, or these people were submissive, or these people didn't want freedom, or because best believe our ancestors were able to make freedom in ways for themselves, even on the plantation, even in enslavement. They were able to have moments of freedom. They were able to have their spirituality. Even if they had to keep hidden, they were able to have that, right? And so they even in the darkest of moments, they were able to maintain parts of themselves. They want us to understand that, right? Because we have to come out of this idea of being ashamed of talking about who we are, because society wants us not to say a thing. If you're paying attention to what's going on right now, we're in the process of, not we, but they're in the process of rewriting the history books. They're in the process of doing revisionist history, where they're changing certain things, where they're making certain things not so bad, where we're making certain facets of history not that important, where we're not going to talk about this and we're not going to talk about that. And that didn't happen, did it? And it's a form of trickery, right? And so right now we're in a very critical stage, and I'm getting excited to talk about it, because this is something that they want me to touch on, because I want to let you know I'm a channeler, right? So I work with them. They need me to be here to talk, and so I'm here. And so this is what we're talking about, and this is what they want me to share with you. They let me know what's going on. I see what's going on, and this is what I've been told to talk about, right? Right now, it's critical. It's critical that we pay attention to what's happening around us. It's critical that we pay attention to what's happening politically. And I don't mean we're all in other countries, if that's your thing too, but be aware of what's happening right here where you are, right? Be aware of what they're teaching the kids. Be aware of what they're teaching your children. Be aware of what they want to omit from the books, the truths they want to cover up, the fantasy, the creation of this grand fantasy, this false reality, living in this false reality anyway, but it becomes more and more bizarre, and it's something special and magical that happens when things become written. Let's be clear about that. When things become written, they become powerful, and they almost become undisputed. It's something about that that's very powerful. So as they start to rewrite history, and they write in the players that they want to play, and they take out the players that they want to diminish, the ancestors are saying, while they're doing that, they need us to remember that they were here. And not only that they were here, but they are still here. And there is still work to be done. Where's the miracle? The miracle is in the remembrance. I remember when I was a little girl, my mom took me to see Sankofa. And at that time, and this is another thing too, when you're born into families and you're born around and you have certain people around you, your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncles, whoever they may be, they are a part of your life's journey, whether good or bad, depending upon your circumstances. It's a part of the journey, it's a part of the healing, but it's a part of the work. And so in order to find out the work that you do on this planet, you think about your mother, you think about your father, you think about certain things that you experienced in your environment, whether they were good or bad, like I said. And those key moments can lead you into healing the heart space, but healing the energetic frequency of the family, healing the lineage spiritually in a spiritual fashion, so that your child and their child can experience something different. So we're breaking ancestral, we're breaking patterns, familiar patterns. We're breaking those. We come here to do that, right? And so my mother takes me to this movie as a child. I forgot when it came out, but I was like, it was good, but I didn't really want to go, because that's just not what I was thinking about at the time. But looking at that movie and thinking about that as an adult, realizing how important that was to have that in my mind as a child and that memory as an adult, that idea of going back and reclaiming, not just remembering things from the past. We're not here just to remember things from the past. Oh, let's remember them so we don't make the same mistake. Oh, let's remember the ancestors. We're not here just to remember them. We're here to reclaim them, which means that we take them and we bring them into the present. We hold them. We hold them in our hearts. We hold them in our minds. We take that knowledge that they had and that they gave us, and that in that past energy, we take that knowledge and we bring it forward. We don't just leave it there. We don't just leave it there. We don't just honor it in the past. We honor it in the present. We move it towards the future, right? Jumbi, mask, and rose quartz, love. Jumbi. And then we have the rose quartz. We all know rose quartz. Very powerful stone. Loving who we are. Removing the mask. Removing the mask that they would have us wear. Let's stop being afraid. Let's start understanding that we're different. Let's start moving with that knowledge. Let's take off the societal mask. Whatever society would want us to have on. They want us to have a certain type of look. They want us to have a certain type of demeanor. They want us to have a certain type of reaction. They want us to, move a certain way, spend our money a certain way, get angry about certain things, get emotional, get sad, get happy, but mostly be fearful, This country, and it's not just this country where I'm at, it's where you are too. The powers that be and their methods of control are usually fear-based, keeping us on our toes, keeping us on edge, And then some of us have to walk with masks through our lives because we've been told certain things about ourselves. We've been told that we were less than. We've been told that we were unintelligent. We've been told that we lacked any sense, any type of, structure, any type of, I can't think of all the words now, but morality, beast, fueled by emotions, fueled by sex, fueled by violence. Never mind the countries operate and move in violence. They operate and move in that. That's the language. Quiet violence. Quiet manipulation and quiet control. Different types of war. There are many different types of war. There are many different types of warfare. That's what I mean. There's not just the ones that you see. They're the ones that are hidden. And we can talk about that for a long time. But it's important that you get hip to what's not seen. Because there's truth in what's not seen. What you do see is what they want you to see. And then we want to see what our spirit guides want us to see. We want to see what our ancestors want us to see. We want to see what our angels want us to see. But we want to love ourselves in every season. We want to love our bodies. We want to remove our mask. We want to show up in society as we truly are. We don't want to be ashamed of ourselves. We don't want to be ashamed of our past. And I'm not even talking about the ancestral past. I'm talking about your past, things that you've done. We're moving past that. We don't want to be ashamed of things that happened to us. We want to say, Most High, angels, I had a rough moment. I had a rough past. These things happened to me. Please help me heal from them. Ancestors, I want to work with you. I love you. I want to honor you. I want to honor myself. Please help me work through these traumas from the past. Please help me work through this sexual trauma. Please help me work through this familiar trauma, childhood traumas, all those things. Spirit, help me work through those things. Help me come out on the other side. Help me to learn how to remove my mask. Help me learn how to show up how I truly am at all times. No matter what I look like, what I talk, how I talk. I'm not going to have the right vocabulary all the time. I'm not going to have I'm not a scholar. I'm a human being, and there's nothing wrong with being those things, but, that doesn't mean I can't walk with power. That doesn't mean I can't express myself. That doesn't mean I can't move forward with strength. My ancestors didn't have all the knowledge. They weren't cracking open books and reading about this and reading about that. They were doing the day-to-day living, but that doesn't mean they didn't have the intelligence. That doesn't mean that the Spirit and Most High didn't grant them with the knowledge that they needed to survive. Because we're here, right? The fact that we're here means that they have the intelligence. They have the power. Because we're living. And I talk about that a lot. And I think that's something that we really need to understand. And so it doesn't matter what we have. It doesn't matter what we've been granted with money. It doesn't make a difference with that, because we all go into the next lifetime with our spirits prayerfully intact as we move to the next dimensions. We're not going to be able to, hey, wait, where's my paycheck? Where's that money that I have? Where's that? We're not going to be able to take those things with us. Those things will stay here in the earthly realm. So don't let anybody tell you that you have to have certain this and you have to have a certain that to be whatever. Be yourself with whatever you have. If you pull out your pockets and you have absolutely nothing, that's what you have. You give thanks for it and you move forward. And you say, Spirit, how can I do more? How can I make more? How can I provide for myself? How can I provide for my family? Show me how to use my gifts to provide for myself and my family. Show me how to create abundance. We honor ourselves in every season as we move through all of our changes, and as we grow, as we have successes, as we have failures. We give thanks for all of them. We start to talk with ourselves more, get to know ourselves more, be proud of who we are, be proud of our ancestors, be proud of their strength. Realize that they have things to teach us now, even still. Move with that knowledge. Honor the Most High. Give thanks for your angels. Mama Diombo, she says, shine. She says it's time to shine. All right. Next time. Peace.